In this episode of Success with Bomweti Show, I'm gonna teach you why some nationalities may take so long to get an employment-based green card. All right. Now, the whole process of getting an employment-based green card usually takes about 18 months. Okay? 18 months for pretty much most of the people. Okay? But unfortunately, there are some nationalities that take so many years to get employment-based green card. And in this session, I'm gonna get into those details. All right? Now, remember, I said in my previous episodes of Success with Bomweti Show that the US government gives 140,000 employment-based green cards every year. Okay, 140,000 employment-based green cards every year. Now, these 140,000 employment-based green cards, they are distributed among countries. Okay, and each country get an equal share, which is 9,800. Okay, now the problem is some nationalities have so many people applying for employment-based green cards yearly to the extent that they exhaust their quota. Okay, they have more than 9,800 people applying for employment-based green cards. Okay, and one of those nationalities is Indians. Okay, there's a lot of Indians who have really good job skills, okay, who apply for employment-based green cards. Okay, remember, there's over 1 billion Indians. Okay, so there's so many of them even here in the US. Okay, and many of them are smart also. Okay, so a lot of those people, they apply for employment-based green cards. Okay, now because there are so many of them, the US government is not able to give them the visas. Okay, because they can only give 140,000 visas. Now, what really happens is each country, they are given 9,800. Okay, and if a country does not use all its 9,800 employment-based green card visas, then they can give it to other countries. For example, in this case, Indians. Okay, now for example, like a country like mine, Kenya. Kenya, we have very few of us that apply for employment-based green cards. Okay, now the majority of employment-based green cards meant for Kenyans end up going to Indians. And not just Kenyans, even for other countries. Okay, because there's so many Indians and also so many Chinese who apply for employment-based green cards. So they take up the visas for the other countries that don't have a lot of people. Okay, and still, those visas are not enough for them. Okay, so what really happens is for you now to file I-485. Remember, in my other episodes of Success with Bomweti Show, I said there are 3 stages, and the last stage is I-485 adjustment of status. Okay, now for you to file I-485 adjustment of status, you have to have an available visa for your country. Okay, now what happens is because there's so many Indians who are seeking employment-based green cards, their visas are not available. Okay, so right now as we speak, right now in 2020, okay, the earliest available visa for Indians is for those people who filed their labor certification in 2005, 15 years ago. It's crazy. Okay, 15 years ago. All right, because when you file your labor certification, you get something called priority date. Okay, now that priority date is the one that is used to determine whether a green card visa is available for your country. Okay, now also for Chinese, it takes them many years to get employment-based green cards because also they don't have current available visa. Okay, but not as long as Indians. I think for Chinese it takes about 8 to 10 years, I'm not very sure of, but for Indians at least 15 years. Okay, so mostly what happens to Indians is that when they get to the point of filing the I-140, which is stage 2 of the process, they are stuck there. They are not able to proceed from that point. Okay, all right. Let's say, for example, you're Indian and you are already here in the US on H-1B visa, and you've already started the whole process of getting a green card. Now, once you get to stage 2 of approved petition for immigrant, then you can't proceed. So now, what happens is that because now if you're on H-1B visa, you're only allowed to have H-1B visa up to 6 years. Okay, but the US government allows special cases of extending H-1B if someone has an approved I-40 and they can't proceed to change their status. Okay, for example, in case of Indians. Okay, so you get your H-1B extended even though you've already used 6 years of H-1B. Okay, so most Indians here in the US, they are usually on H-1B visa for so many years, beyond the 6 years. Okay, but for people of other nationalities, they don't have to do that. You get your green card within 18 months. Okay, 18 to 2 years, you should be able to get your green card. Okay, other than Indians, mostly Indians, they are the ones who have that problem, and Chinese. Okay, all right. So that's the reason why these nationalities will take longer to get their employment-based green card, because of the fact that their country does not have a current priority date. Okay, all right. You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Appstech America. Appstech America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.appstechamerica.com. Appstech America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you. Now, on to the question of the day. Someone asked me, hey Bob, what if I change my nationality from Indian to another country? Can I get my green card within a few years? Now, the answer is no. What the US government looks at is where you are born. Okay, all right. That's pretty much it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Appstech America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.